What's up, Straight Talk Society? This is your host, Trevor, and I'm back with another episode of Straight Talk with Trevor.
Because the ladies from Pour Your Heart Out
no
will be over here to join the panel.
Plus, but it's a must, you gon' respect this. Plus, the nuts will touch the dust, you try to check this. You ain't insane.
The MMA brothers, Bones and Zay, have pre and post shows to the MMA shows, and I am your host, Mr. Straight Talk, the man with the greatest beard on YouTube. Oh, I love throwing that in there. Real quick, I am back on Facebook. I guess they took me out of jail. I was able to connect the channel back.
Due to the increasing level of incompetence and the major lack of transparency, the Straight Talk Society will no longer maintain a presence on Facebook.
Make sure and hit that like, share, and subscribe button. Man Talk Monday. This is the flagship show of the Straight Talk Society. This is the show that you're going to get all your, drama topics. This is a show that you may get your arguments. This is a show where we're going to talk about not one specific thing, but we dabble around the world of pop culture and the men just banter about it. So that's what this show is. But if this show isn't for you, and I don't know why it wouldn't be, but we also have other shows. The highly acclaimed Tape Fist Politics, Vancat, Mike, MD, and Ricardo do such a fantastic job with that. That's every Tuesday at 6 o'clock. Hey, if that doesn't fancy your boat, then be sure to tune into Wrestling with Reality. Today we have the return of Straight Talk Therapy Sessions with the one and only Dr. Mia. So y'all be sure and tune into that. So tonight we have a fantastic show tonight, the Straight Talk Society. We will not go over that 2.5 hour mark. So Mike, you ain't got no shirt on, right?
I never have clothes on, bro.
But I'm saying you like right on the like crazy.
My bad. I don't like clothes, bro. Anybody that knows me, my
crazy.
Acknowledge me.
What's up, Straight Talk Society? This is your host, Trevor, and I'm back with another episode of Straight Talk with Trevor, where no topic is off limits.
I ain't trying to fuss, but it's a must, you gon' respect this. Plus your nuts will touch the dust, you try to check this. You ain't insane, I write your name down on my checklist. You think I'm playing, I leave you laying, I leave you breathless. As human beings, instead of being so many try you ain't seen what I have seen in my society.
Hey, I'm just a man with a microphone. Always seek out the truth for yourself, because if not, you'll fall victim to other people's interpretations.
Straight Talk Sessions live.
You're gonna acknowledge me.
Oh, what is up, Straight Talk Society? This is your host, Trevor. Make sure I'm unmuted. This is your host, Trevor, and I'm back with another episode of Straight Talk Sessions, the Man Talk Monday edition. Give me a second. Let me get situated here. You think I've been doing this for so long that I'd have it just clockwork right now, but it's not. Every day I turn on the microphone, I still get the jitters and things like that. But nevertheless, what is up, everybody? Giving everybody a chance to get in the building. Shout out to Ricardo, shout out to Lim B in the building. So before my co-hosts get on, Mike, Kev, and Wayne, I just want to go over a couple of things. We are trying a new format tonight. Because you guys know with me, it's constantly always trying to get things better, and I'll micromanage the hell out of something until I get it the way that I want it. That's a blessing and a curse for me, but I do that. I do that at work. I do that in a lot of facets of life. Just because things have to be, even if somebody's mic doesn't sound good to me, I get like, you guys can see me in the back, like, so I, being the channel holder and everything like that, seeing all the analytics and things like that, and Man Talk Monday does really, really good. Yeah, I'm not concerned about that, but to me, it could always be better. And I think the content is great, but I think the thing that we have to pay the most attention to is the time. Like, it has to, because I know, like, watching YouTube, it doesn't matter how good a video is. I could watch and I have my guilty pleasures that I watch on YouTube, where I could watch people just completely going in on one another. But once you start hitting that 2-hour mark and everything like that, then you're like, it's starting to get, a little tiresome. You know what I mean? So in a conscious effort to always keep you guys entertained and always keeping you guys wanting to come back for more, that's the big thing. I was going to ask my co-host this, but I'll just say it now. It's just like, if you get that dream girl that you want, just whoever your favorite woman is that you want, or for women, whoever the favorite man that you are, that you have, you want to keep having them come back. You don't want to put everything on them and then they don't come back. If they were your heart's desire and everything like that, you want to make sure that they keep coming back. And that's how I view this channel. I want to make sure that you guys keep coming back. So I will sacrifice not giving you everything just to make you be like, boy, the little bit that they did give me was so entertaining that I now want to come back for it. And that's kind of just been my my fight with all the shows. You see, we've on the wrestling show, our past few wrestling shows, we have been able to get them to that 2-hour mark, which is good. Even the way we're doing the wrestling show, we've changed from going strictly doing weekly wrestling reviews, just reviewing weekly wrestling, because that's not what we do. When Venkat and myself decided to do this, it was never to be a weekly review show for wrestling. That's not what we wanted to do. We love wrestling, but we never wanted to be like a weekly wrestling review show. We wanted to just hit like the major stories and things like that. So that's what we're doing, and it's starting tonight on the flagship show of the channel. Because like, if you want to see how it's done right, you look at the UFC show. The UFC show is probably like an hour and a half. It's probably like an hour and a half tops, and the UFC show gets some of the best numbers on the channel. And I know they're kind of different. It's like it's UFC, so people really want to hear UFC, but they get in and they get out. And that's always my constant battle, is just to make sure that things are efficient. And even the Bible debates, we've been cutting them down. My past few Bible debates, I want to say like the last 3, and those went from being 3.5 hours to now being 2 hours. So it's just a matter of working things in, just getting to a point where everybody's on board. Like, hey, you got to make your points. Peace, Jeremy Dunbar. You want to make your points like succinct. That's why even when you look at the time clock says time is of the essence. Make your best point, meaning like, hey, let's cut out all the fluff and let's get to the main point. But again, that's my fight. So, but some shows had to go long. Like you got the Tape Fist Politics, those guys. I understand with that show because they're trying to get in, they're trying to get their stuff off. You know what I mean? They're trying to get, hey, they got a lot of viewpoints and they want to get them off. So that's why they do that. I do see Mike and Kevin in the back. But I just did want to reiterate that though, just because, like, as I guess you would call me the producer, we call Venkat the producer because Venkat makes all the videos and does all that stuff. But for me, I guess I would be the executive producer, I guess, because my face is all over the channel. But everything has to be like I'm telling you, that's my biggest thing. Like I want everything to be just on point because I don't think nobody brings, there's not another Mike. There's definitely not another Wayne, and there's not another Kev. So you have, and then I'm just the glue that could hold all that together. When you have those type of personalities coming together on a show where we're outright saying, hey, we're going to take all the unpopular views and what some people say is bashing women, that stuff could get long. So, and that's just my thing, is just to keep it under a certain amount of time. So like I said, what we're going to do, this is where it's going to start. I mean, we went from making Man Talk Monday like 3 hours. We've been getting it right at 2.5 hours. Well, I'm telling you, my goal is to have Man Talk Monday be a 90-minute show, just completely a 90-minute show. And that's with this, because, normally I do like a 15 to 20-minute introduction, but that's with this. I think we could get it to just a 90-minute clean show. And that starts with me because I'm the one that runs the board. So I'm cutting the stories down in half. Like tonight we got one story. And the title of tonight's show is The Dangers of Being Vulnerable. We're going to talk about the Gayle King comments. So we got one story tonight. I do want to play another video at the beginning where, because I always got to do that one foolish story at the beginning, but I see now Wayne is coming on. So we got that one story that we're going to go through. So we're going to try it out. And then we got a new segment debuting next week. I'm not going to say anything until I know for sure that he's ready. But we got a segment that I'm very, very excited for to debuting. So there you go. I know I went off on that before I got to the announcements for the week. One major announcement, Tape Fist Politics is tomorrow night, but we will not be having Wrestling with Reality on Wednesday. I realize that Wednesday is Valentine's Day, and my daughter has took the trouble to go through a list of things for me and my wife that she wants us to accomplish for Valentine's Day. It's crazy. My 8-year-old daughter sees the need of us having to date and everything. So I'll be doing that on Wednesday. So we won't be having the wrestling show, but we'll be back the following week. Tape Fist Politics is going down tomorrow. There is not a debate on Thursday, but Reginald Young will be doing his presentation on Thursday. Friday night, you'll have the UFC 298 preview. Then the return Saturday at 8 p.m. 8:05, the return of Pour Your Heart Out. So I am very, very excited to that. For that, you have Moon Goddess, you have the return in Dr. Mia, and you have the Queen of the Straight Talk Society, Nene. They'll be doing their thing on Saturday. So I'm really surprised. I'm really happy for that. And then Sunday, you'll have the MMA brothers back reviewing the UFC 298 show. So we got a bunch still in store. I'll go over the biblical stuff on that Thursday's biblical show, but I do see all my co-hosts are in the back. So guess what? On the other side, we'll be back with what you guys came to see. And that's Man Talk Monday right here on the Straight Talk Society.
Acknowledge me.
Come take a walk through my heart, a stroll through my soul. Been smart from the start, wasn't taught, wasn't told. You could climb through my mind, or fly through my eye. And in time you will find what I rhyme is not a lie. Come take a walk through my heart, a stroll through my soul. Been smart from the start, wasn't taught, wasn't told. You could climb through my mind, or fly through my eye. And in time you will find what I rhyme is not a lie. See you dealing with a vicious mind, hard cold like Christmas time. Every time I write a rhyme, put it all on the line. No need to hold my tongue, hold the mic like you hold a gun. Haters, I'm the chosen one, fakers, I don't roll with none. Don't you ever test my heart, been a rebel from the start. I ain't got time to play no games, I'm too busy playing my part. Keep my mind on my mission, living by my premonitions. Through the world with blurry vision, stressing in high definition. Walking the path unknown to most, the ones that I love, I hold them close. Every rhyme I wrote was dope, no jokes, so folks can overdose. Lyrically, I'm legendary, yes, I'm very necessary. Fast to see my adversary buried in the cemetery.
Yeah. Straight Talk Sessions live. You can acknowledge me. It's Monday. It's Man Talk Monday. Bad times don't last, but bad guys do.
But we have a responsibility and a duty to be fathers, not to just make babies, but to be real fathers. And you can't expect any good to come to you if you don't visit any good on your son or your daughter. So, be a man.
Oh, we are back, and I am joined by the best cast of personalities on Monday. You will not find a better man talk show than what you are about to hear right now.
On Monday, you will not.
Mike, you got two icons open, so one of them giving me feedback.
Mike got a clone.
Yeah. So close one of them out, Mike. Oh, he closed both of them out. All right. Hey, but guess what? You are now live with Man Talk Monday. Hey, stuff is about to get real, because I think the conversation we're going to have tonight is going to be not only a much needed one, but it's going to be highly entertaining, to say the least. And the best thing about tonight's conversation is that when I was presented with the story, we made a pact between the four of us that we wouldn't even discuss it. So what you're going to hear tonight is genuine reactions to it. So before we get started, young Kev in the building. What's going on, Kev?
Yo, I'm feeling like a high value man, you know. Had my haircut done. Someone bought me lunch, so I'm feeling good. What's up?
Hey, hey, and the man, hey, Wayne, hey, my homie, my workout buddy, man. Hey, listen, you see y'all, so y'all know Kev is the only one who I haven't met personally, but I feel like he's a little brother to me. But me and Wayne have hung out, you know, double date and worked out together. Wayne was at my wedding, I was at his wedding, so you know we're real homies. I always say that nobody could even get a wrench in this chat unless you've been to my house. So Kev and MD are the only ones that have wrenches that haven't actually been to my house. So what's up, Wayne?
What up, fellas? Mike, Kev, Trev, what's happening? Everybody in the chat, what's going on?
Oh man, another day. Hey, but last but not least, oh man, see, Mike, you gotta change that. You gotta change that avatar though. So
Facts. I was just thinking that when I looked at it.
Yeah, I'm looking at it. I'm like, well, you had us change it on everything else. Hey, the man that needs no introduction, though, my homie since we was little kids. Money Mike in the building. What's up, Mike?
Elementary school, you know what it is. Today's gonna be a good day. That's all I gotta say. We're gonna have a good day. What's up, Wayne? What's up, Kev? Today gonna be a good day.
What up? What up?
And nobody got shot.
Yeah, we're gonna cook tonight. We're gonna cook tonight. I do want to show one short video and one picture, and then we'll get into the main event. Is no secret, we are going to be talking about the Gayle King comments. Shout out to everybody in the chat right now. Please make sure and hit the like, share, and subscribe button. And if you want your name to appear in green in the chat, go ahead and join the channel membership for $1.99. Help support the channel. I realize for that $1.99, YouTube takes 50 cents of that. So really, if y'all want to be like, oh, I ain't giving him no money, I'm only getting $1.50 from it, $1.49. So and all that's going to the production. So it is what it is. But the channel membership link is in the chat, and if it's not in the chat, then it's on the home page of the channel. But that's enough of that. Oh man, Mike, what's your money tip for what stock should we be looking at right now for this week?
I just put everybody on to Planter. Nobody listened to me when I told them to do it. And I just showed you and the other gentleman what it did in the chat. You have that? Did you have it?
Wait a minute. Yeah, that's the one I did Saturday.
Right. I didn't tell them. I told everybody Nuve first. But I showed everybody the month growth that it had, and you saw that nice jump in the last little. Oof, ladies and gentlemen, you need to get on the stocks. The Dow Jones is doing a little wobbly. This is what people call the money making time. When prices drop and prices rise, a little attention, and you can figure out which is which. Holla at me, holla at Wayne. Don't holla at Kevin, because it doesn't have anything to do with hating men.
You know what you probably should do is start having the pictures of them.
Yeah, I can put on my computer.
Pull them up. Yeah, as we're talking about it. You know, people are this a visual medium. Wayne, you got any financial tips for us this week?
Yeah, real quick, simple. This came across my desk earlier this week, man. Everybody,
young cabin.
All right, I'm talking to the young men, older men, middle-aged men out there. Work towards or already have at least $10,000 in your bank account, and that's liquid. I'm not talking about investments. I'm not talking about 401k. I'm not talking about IRA. I'm talking 10,000 liquid in your bank account. If you don't have it, make it a goal, work towards it. Start from there. Some people say 15, some people go more than that. But me, I think just listen to a lot of financial guys that I follow. I got a good friend of mine who's a big financial guy. 10,000 liquid in your bank account that you can get to right away, emergency fund. That should be your goal.
And y'all know I can't forget Kev. Kev, what tips you got for us this week on the fitness side, on the health side?
I've tried to forget.
I would say stay away from sugar as much as you can. Same message as last time. Look at the back of the bottle or back of whatever comes on a label. If it's not a whole food, it probably has some type of chemical that you probably can't pronounce or would see in like other products like paint thinner. And I would definitely say do a nice Google search on sugar. Sugar can cause a lot of issues when it comes to how your body metabolizes and how your body processes your natural ingredients. Not only that, it's basically the cause of a lot of diseases. So if you have high blood pressure, which is plaguing the Black community, as well as so high blood pressure, diabetes, and there's one more thing I can't remember what it is, but a lot of it comes from sugar. So if you can tone that down, you'll probably see a huge difference when it comes to how you're feeling and when it comes to your health.
All right, so there you have it. You had 3 powerful tips from the co-host on this show. So now it's time to get into the foolishness. My last plug that I have The Straight Talk Society shop is open. We're just trying to work on the shipping stuff. That's it. We're just trying to work on the shipping stuff. You get this fantastic Straight Talk Society shirt. Also a Straight Talk Society hoodie. I've actually gotten into hoodies lately. I used to laugh at the kids for wearing them until I bought a few, and I'm like, oh, okay, I see why. We'll have the Straight Talk Society mugs and the hats. Shout out the political prophet in the building, MD.
No, not man. Today. He hated today. Not on Mondays.
Oh yeah, that's Kev. That's Kev's homie.
My guy.
And just side note, because I hadn't seen her in like for three things. If Keela, if Keela's listening, I haven't seen you in a while, so just hope everything's all right. Yeah, just hope everything's all right going on with you. So strength to you. Shout out to everybody else, Moon Goddess, everybody that's going to be popping their head in later. So let's get into it. The first thing I want to show is, because when I show it to you, you guys already gonna know. I don't even have to try to qualify it. So here we go.
It's hoodie season.
Of this case is perplexing, to say the least. A California woman who killed her boyfriend by stabbing him 108 times will not be going to prison. She was said to be in a cannabis-induced psychosis, and her victim's family, they're mad this morning. They're devastated. Elizabeth Pran picks up the story from here, including what Chad O'Melia's dad is saying exclusively to News Nation about this sentencing. Elizabeth?
Yeah, good morning. You can imagine they are devastated. They've been waiting for this day since 2018, and Bryn Spacher was facing up to 5 years in prison, and instead she got community service and 2 years probation. So her attorney, after getting permission from her, speaking to us exclusively late last night, said his client did not get special treatment, that expert testimony shows she was not aware of what she was doing when she committed the murder.
On the surface, yes, it sounds like a horrible result. But the fact is, putting together the totality of the events, putting it all into context, factoring in what kind of person she was, factoring in she didn't know what was in the marijuana bong and had no reason to expect that it would produce a violent reaction.
The deputy district attorney says their marijuana was not laced, and that was proven in court, and that this case sets a dangerous precedent. The O'Melia family agrees. They're speaking exclusively to our own Ashley Banfield.
I did, in the courtroom, express at one point, I said, you, sir, have just given people a license to kill. That's what you've just done. And I sincerely mean that. You cannot allow people that, regardless of what they feel they're doing or their state of mind, to not have any punishment for the taking of a human life. It was absurd.
And he went on to say, Marquis, that he's afraid she could harm another individual and blame a substance. When we pressed the attorney about this setting a precedent, he said, this case is an anomaly. Marquis, back to you.
All right, Elizabeth. Yeah, that one hard to understand.
All right. 108 times. Let's start there. She stabbed her boyfriend 108 times, and she's not going to face any prison, and she's getting 2 years probation. I always got to go here first, Kev.
I want to say she got a good ass lawyer. Holy, I don't know what type of special vocabulary, or maybe he paid off the judge. I don't know, but yeah, to flip the situation and make her seem innocent and get no time, not even like a settlement. Well, I'm probably not even using the right words, but not even get a settlement. I'm like, dang, I need to hire him. I know that's who I'm hiring if I'm going to stab somebody. But I don't know. I think it's a mix between the court feeling sympathy because she's a woman, which I could definitely see that, and the fact that it's a Democratic state. For some reason, these Democratic states are kind of wild. Like I be seeing stuff on Twitter, and it's like, it's damn near the apocalypse over there. So, I'm not gonna blame. I'm not gonna blame the judge as a whole. I blame the whole state of California. They're just wild. I don't know. But yeah, it's crazy that she went free. That's my thing. I think she did. I think she definitely deserved to go to jail. And who knows? Maybe the marijuana was laced. I don't know. I mean,
it wasn't.
I know they put. Yeah,
They
I know
said it wasn't.
Yeah. But I can definitely say that marijuana now isn't the same as marijuana like it was back then. I mean, shoot, they're even like lacing marijuana with fentanyl. So I don't know, but yeah, she deserves to go to jail. No, I'm not gonna defend her. No, I'm not gonna coddle her or infantile her. Yeah, she got to go.
Let me say this real quick because I forgot to bring up the marijuana part actually, and I don't know you guys' history with it and everything, but I've been high a fair share of times. I have never I've never done any other type of drug with the exception of marijuana. So y'all hear that? Hey, my haters, y'all want to clip that, use that against me. I've never done any type of drug with the exception of marijuana. And it has never made me act out in a rage. As a matter of fact, the only thing I got a rage on was some food because it made me want to eat up every single thing in the house. So no, I'm not gonna buy them using the marijuana as a defense. I'm just not going to. It literally what this gets into the argument that me and Venkat always have with the whole Chris Benoit thing. Yes, he had dementia. Yes, he had the brain of an 85-year-old man. Yes, he had CTE, but he didn't just get CTE that weekend when he decided to do everything he did. But that's a whole nother thing. I'll bring that up with Venkat later. But Wayne, what you got on this?
Well, I'm not surprised. You got statistics shows that women get away with crimes or pay lesser sentence for similar crimes to men. I know some people might look and say, well, she's a white girl. Well, a little bit of that is true. Somebody got some money somewhere. Somebody rubbing elbows with somewhere for her to get off and for them to say that they tested weed and it wasn't laced. And to sit there and stab a man 100 times. You know how many times? 100 times. How you had to be moving your hand 100 times. That's some. I mean, that's crazy. But again, I'm not surprised because women. The statistics shows that women get away with a lot of crimes. Going there crying and saying that we've been taken advantage of. That was especially when it's dealing with a man. They've been taken advantage of, and they had to do what they had to do to survive. It's always that. I mean, you go back and look at your girl from that Florida State, that guy that played for Florida State, played for New York Giants. When she set out a hit on him. Yeah, she set out a hit on him. Somebody died because of it, and she was set free. I mean, even though he was released, but they didn't even go after her, and she put out a hit, and because of her foolishness and lying, somebody died. So but that's the country we live in, man. Like, if you're a woman, and again, this is why when they talk about we don't have any privileges or we're oppressed, I just like put my middle finger up to that, because there are several things I can go and demonstrations and all kind of document stuff where women get away with murder, with children, boyfriends, wives, husbands, you name it, they get away with it. So I'm not surprised, bro.
So before Mike goes on, I do want to read this comment from Lim B. Lim B says, in very few instances do substances affect each person differently, but that might be where it triggers a psychological event. But this ain't that. She got special treatment. This was an excuse. Okay, because I wanted to see where he was going with that. Cliff said, this is why I don't smoke or use any drugs. Peace, Maria G. Maria G says this is crazy, and men will still date and marry her. That's the unfortunate side. Criminally, she's free, but the boyfriend's family will sue civilly. Ricardo's agreeing with Lim. I've never heard of cannabis can do stuff like that for people to commit heinous crimes like that. I've never seen it. It's not Cali, Kev. Florida do crazy stuff like making dumb judicial calls all over. We know what we have in Florida. Shout out to Jam in the building. The justice system needs to be revamped. Michelle in the building, channel member Michelle says, hey, chat played hooky today with grandson's crew. Hey, hey, we appreciate the commitment, man. So yeah, 108 times is ridiculous. Mike, what you got on this?
I want to start by saying it's always these, and I'm gonna use my favorite term from Wayne. It's always these goofy Democratic states that do stuff like this. It's always these wannabe woke, wannabe new, and remember we were talking about rehabilitation. Oh, no, there's such thing as guilty. Guilty. 108 times is nuts. I challenge anybody. You know how they have the little thing where they have women trying to thrust like men during intercourse and they get tired after like 5 seconds? I dare anybody in the chat to just sit up wherever you at and just do this 108 times and tell me by the time you get around 60 if you ain't just like, oh, I forgot I was old. I can't be. Bro, 100 times is nuts. 108 is insane. That's not a normal thing for the human body to do. Whenever black people do it, it's a crime of passion. That's where it came from. Oh, they had the strength to do it because it was passion. She lifted that car off of her son because she had passion. She loved her. How is it different for this white woman? I'll never understand it. It's always goofy, woke, supposedly woke states. And it's always white people. Like, I've never seen black people, male or women, get away with stuff like this. It's always the little white guy who he's a victim of affluency. He's too rich to know what's wrong. He's the victim of how he was brought up. It's never, oh, this black guy had to run home and be chased by 2 gangs, so he shot somebody because they pulled a gun on him. We're gonna give him a little break. No, he going to jail with the adults. It's always the white. Like, I never understand why we never get the thought that maybe there's some extenuating circumstances. They don't care about us, but for them, and it's always the young ones, isn't it? It's always the young white girls. Oh, we have to protect her. Thank you, sir. Mike is right. Thank you, sir. It makes no sense to me. The person I want to be mad at, Wayne said it, not Wayne, but Kev said he's not mad at, I am mad at. I'm mad at the judge. You know how we see all these police officer killings of unarmed black people, or police doing something that, they beat some guy up and he didn't have anything on him, and people go, well, what was the cop supposed to do? Well, police have this thing, right? It's a special word. It's called discretion. It's a wonderful word. You ever were speeding and a cop pulls you over and you have a good conversation with him and he goes, all right, I'm gonna let you off with a warning. Just slow down. That's discretion. They can decide, you're not that bad a person. I'm pretty sure you don't do this all the time. Just don't do it again. You're probably in a rush trying to get to work. They have discretion. Guess who else has discretion? Judges. You know how I know? Because there was once a black guy in court and the prosecution settled with him for something the judge didn't like, and the judge told him to go back and give him more time. You know why he can do that? Because in court, judges are damn near presidents. Whatever they say goes. If a judge says that he doesn't like the way a lawyer's talking, he can throw a lawyer in jail. And the lawyer don't have anything to do until he gets out. They have discretion. If any judge worth their salt should have seen this and said, what? 108 times? And you guys proved that it wasn't laced? This heifer got to go to jail. And she didn't even get a lifetime probation. This heifer got 2 years.
2 years.
There's niggas that got weed that got more than 2 year probation, that was selling weed. This heifer killed somebody. Got 2 years. And I bet she gonna smile and throw her thumbs up and only serve 1.5 years of it. I don't understand this. Yo, America's nuts. I'm gonna tell everybody. No, before I get to that, I forgot who said it in the chat. It was Maria G, I believe. You are 1,000% right. Because Casey Anthony got a husband. that nutty girl who got a boyfriend and got him to kill the mom, the one that was Munchausen brought by proxy, and they had all the shows about her, and she killed her mom, and then she finally got out of jail.
I know who you're talking about. I know you're talking about.
Got her boyfriend locked up. She gets out, got a new husband, making fun of this dude, and you know she's gonna get in an argument and get this dude to kill him. Like, it's madness, yo. If I know these people are nuts. Like, oh, it's my prison bae. Oh, she's so fine. Same thing with the brick lady. Oh, look at the booty. She must be innocent. Yo, y'all men out there are bugged out. I need y'all to have some dignity, some respect for yourself. Ass is nice, but ass ain't never paid a bill. Ass ain't never saved a life. Ass ain't never did nothing but give you 12 seconds of pleasure, and then you right back to wishing you weren't there with her. That's a fact. I'm gonna move on.
It's good motivation, though.
I miss the perfect time to play my new drop, man. I'm pretty sure I'll get it again. Michelle says, I was waiting to see the pic of the man, and to my surprise, he was white. Okay, didn't know that.
Me too. I was shocked.
She has to have money and he has to be from the wrong side of the track. They didn't say this was her first time smoking.
Hold on, I'm not done. I want to get this a little bit off. Real talk. If I'm that daddy, I'm going to act like I'm black. I'm going to go watch The Spook That Sat by the Door. To everybody that's seen that movie, you know what it's about. You know how the ending goes. This chick can't, I feel about her like I feel about Zimmerman. She should not be able to walk freely and safely. I'm going to leave it at that. Go ahead, sir.
There was, while this story broke, there was another one. I didn't, how the fit you must have quit. There was another story. OJ's victims didn't even have this much stabbings collectively, but there was another story that happened the same time that this one did, and I lost it, where a black man had stabbed up his wife, and guess what? That black man getting consecutive life sentences now. Not as many times as this.
I bet he was high too.
But it's like where do we draw the line? And one of the guys said it best. He was like, you're setting a dangerous precedent here. If you're letting her off for this, how many more times do you think this is going to happen?
Trevor, you're bugging. They already set the precedent with the white woman who got drunk and walked into her ex-boyfriend's house and shot him. The cop. Remember?
Oh, you're talking about the bottom.
Yeah. They already set the precedent. White women are allowed to kill their black mates. Apparently, that's what it is. And now they can kill their white mates. That's a whole new thing. So white men, you better jump on the squad.
I thought it was set when you can just, plead insanity and get off that way.
Yo, the infantiling of women, I'll never understand it. Why these people, they can't be adults in one sense and then children in another. It throws my mind. Go ahead, bro.
All right, let's get into this last thing, and then we're gonna get into the main event so we can get y'all out of here in 90 minutes. So, and I wasn't gonna say anything, but Nene just sent this to me again, so it's in the story. It's poetic. I have to talk about this. So, are you guys familiar with this young lady, Christiane Rock?
Of course I am. I can't stand her.
So, only thing I want to know is what I think I talked to y'all in the group about this young lady, that beautiful young girl, maybe about over 20 years ago, and she went and ruined herself with all these tattoos and got all these gold teeth and everything like that, very young, early 20s, and just completely ruined herself. Here's a girl that I don't know her history because I don't watch this type of stuff. I don't follow this type of stuff, but apparently she gets this guy Blueface, don't know that rapper because I never heard his music, tattooed on her.
Yeah, no, you have.
Well, I may have heard it not to know that that's who it was.
Correct.
It may have just been something playing. But from everything I've seen, that these two are in, this is what you would call a toxic relationship, and now she's gone the extra step to put this guy's face over her. So real quick, like what What you guys got on this? Because I think this is just nuts. This is insane.
Let me jump on this, Kev. I know this is your crew, but let me jump on this. What I don't like the most about this whole, because they're not a toxic relationship, they are the toxic relationship. Whenever they're talking about toxic relationships, they're talking about them, and it trickles down to everybody else. These are the two most toxic human beings in the world, to the point where her father punched Blueface, and Blueface ran around the room and knocked her daddy out, left them leaking, dancing on TV, recorded. Like, it was nuts. But for real, it was hilarious. And guess what? Blueface wasn't in the wrong. That's how nuts their families are. It's nuts. But I'm gonna go to everyone else. All people, especially women, all black women do is say how much Blueface ruined this girl. She was so pretty. She was an athlete. She was this. She was that. No, she is an adult woman who ran after a guy who she knew. If it is 2024, if by now you're alive and you don't know that trying to date a rapper under 25 or is like a bad move if you want love in your life, it's on you. It's on you. I'm not going to the strip club getting phone numbers. That's not what it's for. So I feel no sympathy for her. When she got the tooth knocked out, he said, keep it like that, and she kept it. If you want to walk around with a tooth missing in the middle of your face, and that's okay, why should I care about you if you don't care about yourself?
He knocked her tooth out?
No. She got her tooth knocked out doing something stupid, and she was going to get it fixed. He was like, man, take that out. Stick with your tooth. She's like, okay, daddy. I'm talking about one of the fronts. Like, and she about to go to jail anyway for punching that gay dude at Tamar Braxton's concert. So I don't care about none of it. These are the people that I don't associate with. They're on a different bracket of human. I let Kevin have them. You can take her, put it with Sexy Red, and put it with Ice Spice, and put it with all the other little ratchets, and let them thoughts go on somewhere, them Thotianas. And it's funny because guess who made the song Thotiana?
Blueface.
On you, Kev.
Wait, hold on. I want to hear from Wayne. Wayne been quiet.
Wayne,
what you got on this?
Yeah, I know of Blueface. I don't follow him. I don't follow Christian. I don't follow the show or nothing like that. I see bits and pieces on social media. It's just, this is who these type of relationships and these type of guys and women, like, especially for guys, like, this is who they judge us by. This is what they do. They'll take a Blueface and then they'll say, well, Blueface is every man. They'll say Blueface is every man, black man, and they'll say he's toxic and he's this and he's that. It's like, all right, fair enough. But there's somebody that's following him. There's a woman that's going after that, and then she'll be that woman 10 years down the line screaming, "Men ain't nothing. All men ain't nothing," because she's following behind this clown, and she's a clown too for doing that. Because I think they broke up or something like that.
Yep.
He got with another woman, and then I don't know. And I think she got
to say the baby was his.
Yeah, it was some crazy. Yeah, and then like she ended up doing that. So it's like, well, there you go. So when you talk about these toxic relationships and these women, man, screaming men ain't ish, a lot of times this is what they're talking about. This is who they go after. And then they cram up everybody in that. So I ain't got too much on this because I don't follow them too like that. So y'all take it. Y'all got it.
Kev, go on and put all the blame on him and defend her, because I know that's where you're going.
I was about to, but I'm gonna switch it up. Real quick. Oh, and by the way, Mike, to your comment, the strip club is not for getting numbers. Are you out your mind? Even if I don't have
getting numbers for girlfriends, sir. I'm talking about if you get a number to smash, that's something totally different. If you want to play with your health, that's your business. I don't want something that everybody else done had. In the words of Tupac Shakur, I don't want it if it's that easy. Continue.
I'm gonna risk it. But okay, all right, he cleared that up. But no, these are not my people. No, I just accept them for who they are. Just like Sexy Red, I accept Sexy Red for who she is, and with her, I give her more grace because she actually keeps it real. these people, I stopped following them after like 2 or 3 months because I listen to DJ Academic, so he likes to recap their whole escapades and stuff like that. But no, I wouldn't even say their relationship is even real. It's more like a pimp / hoe relationship where Blueface is trying to be the pimp. From what I've seen, I don't think he's successful at it, but basically that's what's going on. She's like the main chick, or was the main chick, and then I guess he got tired of her and went to another one. But either way, this is just scripted reality. It's not really real, because even she admitted that Instagram and like other social media. Marlo, shut up. Sorry, my dog. Even her, she went on live and admitted that she gets a certain amount of money on Instagram and like other social medias if she like acts a certain way and like gets a certain amount of views. So I'm sure that's what the model is: act as ratchet as you can to get the attention, and then you get paid thousands of dollars, which is why stuff like Bad Girls Club is mad popular, and why strippers try to be, or sorry, people try to be like strippers and try to follow the Cardi B model. So it all makes sense. So I'm not even gonna say I blame her for the way she acting, because I mean, she's getting paid, she's getting rewarded for it. If anything, you got to blame the system.
You need to understand what the definition of pimp is.
He's pimping her.
He can't be pimping her if she's getting money.
What do you mean?
Exactly. Please continue.
You don't know what pimping is.
Right.
Put your hoodie back on. But anyways. Yeah, man. But yeah, it's just a fake relationship. So I can't even say like, I blame her for anything. But what I can say is, whatever Blueface is doing to get her stuck like that, I need that same remedy on actually decent chick, because that girl is stuck on him. Like, I want my signature above her ass or something like that.
It's called pipe.
Hey, so Michelle says, when I was coming up, tattoos were no. In the medical field, if you have a tattoo, you have to cover it up. Do they really hire people to work with tattoos in their faces? Unbelievable. Now yes, they do. Luckily I handle all the hiring and firing where I work, so I personally wouldn't let anybody come work for me with face tattoos, man or woman. I have a bunch of tattoos. Like, I got tattoos all over, but it's just like the young lady I spoke about, early 20s. She literally, and I'm looking at her, I'm like, man, do you realize nobody's ever going to hire you? Like, your only way of making money will now be on somebody's pole or doing something else nefarious, because no respectable employer is going to hire you looking like this. The gold teeth are bad enough, especially on a woman. The gold teeth are bad enough, and I'm speaking to somebody who had gold teeth, so I know the stigma that comes behind it. I know how people look at you. I know how people don't give you the respect that you should deserve, and they don't take you serious. And Wayne could attest to that also. I know. So, but now you're going the extra step and you're just throwing this big tattoo in the middle of your face, and I'm supposed to put you over my $1 million account.
But then you missed the best part. They're not even really together. He has a whole nother chick.
Yeah, that I mean, then maybe his stuff made out of bronze then or gold or platinum.
He's gold member.
Because I mean, because this is ridiculous. This is insane. So but here's the thing though, because now when we turn around and we say, hey, this is different, and Jam says she's misguided, sir. So I guess she was talking while Kev was talking.
How so, Jam? How is she misguided?
How old is she?
24, 25, 26, in that range.
I'm tired of that argument too.
Yep, she grown.
I'm tired of that argument too, because when I was 21, I was running a company. So I'm tired of that argument too. Tired of it. You can't always say, oh, they're young. that can't always be your excuse. Just like you can't always use the mental health crutch. You can't use that she was high on cannabis, so it was okay that she could stab somebody 108 times. At some point, there's this word called accountability. Everybody has to face it at some point. Everybody has to deal with it. And I think the problem is we don't hold them accountable enough. Any last words on this before we get to the main event? Oh, question for you all. Would you allow a doctor to tattoo? Wait, would you allow a doctor with a tattoo on their face to treat you at a hospital? Yeah, if they in the hospital, I would. I mean, I would still look at them funny after they do whatever they're going to do.
First off,
I don't
my
trust
bad.
doctors already.
She's 23. But as far as the doctor, what am I being operated on for? Unless this doctor is a specialist in their field where they're the best in the world, somebody else could do this. You go holler at Mike Tyson, sir. I don't need Mr. Tattoo Face to be the main person to save my life. I'm good. That shows you make poor decisions. I'm good.
Yeah, tattoo or not, after the pandemic, I started looking at doctors funny. So it's not even just a tattoo. I gotta understand their mental.
I was looking at doctors funny before that. I don't trust them.
Well, you're smart. Yeah.
Thank you, sir. Mike is usually right.
98%
of the time.
Let me get this broad off my screen because Wayne's voice sounds like it's about to break on him. So let's get into this last story. Guess what? Look at that. We already on the last story. Look at that. Changes come quick. Changes come fast and quick. Do we want to let the cat out of the bag for next week, or you want to wait? This is a yes or a no?
Nah.
All right. So we'll move on. We are now getting into the main event of Man Talk Monday. But guess what? You're going to have to wait 2 minutes. We'll be right back.
They got to feel this I can never make it rain, but fine, I make it drizzle. Digging for some change, I got some dimes and some nickels. I can never make it rain, but fine, I make it drizzle. Digging for some change, I got some dimes and some nickels. Give me the pennies, the nickels, the quarters, the dollars, the dimes. Give me the pennies, the nickels, the quarters, the dollars, the dimes. Give me the pennies, the nickels, the quarters, the dollars, the dimes. I'm broke as a joke and I hope I don't lose my mind. Give me the pennies, the nickels, the quarters, the dollars, the dimes. Give me the pennies, the nickels, the quarters, the dollars, the dimes. Give me the pennies, the nickels, the quarters, the dollars, the dimes. I'm broke as a joke and I hope I don't lose my mind. Just got paid, but I'm broke. You think that it's a joke? It's really hard to cope when you feel like there's no hope. When your funds running low and your pockets looking slim, you don't know which way to go or which way to begin. Looks can be deceiving. What gave you that impression? Live in my position before you ask me questions. Why you jumping to conclusions? Illusions is not healthy. Through all of the confusion, I can't find a soul to help.
And we're back. By the way, you're judging the book by its cover. That comes from Jam Jam. By the way, you just heard the stylistic tunes of the Silent Assassin. So speaking of the Silent Assassin, we do have a special show lined up for next week after Man Talk Monday. For those of you who don't know, the Silent Assassin, that's Venkat's younger brother that passed a couple of years ago. And the 19th will be the 4-year anniversary of his passing. So he does all the music for the show. So Venkat put together a memorial show for him. So and later on when his birthday comes, then Venkat and myself will do another interview, sit down session, just going over his music and, you know, reliving the memories and things like that. We did it in the podcast version, but we're going to come bring it to the live show and do that. So I think this show is scheduled for February 19th at 9 p.m. So just look for that. I want to say it's already put together. So it's literally just going to come out that day after Man Talk Monday. So be sure to check that out, man. Silent Assassin. y'all know y'all listen to all the music that's on the show. He's all over it. But I know even MD was saying that he wanted, the links to all his music. You can find it on the easiest place I found it all was like on YouTube Music, and you could just get it all. So that's that is like, that was my like childhood friend, like literally like a Mike type friend. So, when we come around to that time is going to be a little difficult to get through, but we'll get through it nevertheless. So let me read this comment from Jam Jam. I'm surprised Mike hadn't run her off yet, but I guess she not agreeing with us too much. Let's see. If the doctor is skilled with a tattoo on his face, why not let him do what he does best, as opposed to rejecting him because of ink on his face? So I agree with you, Jam Jam, because not for nothing, if I'm gonna die and he's there, then I'm gonna deal with it. But like I said, I'll have an issue towards the end, but we're people, we're creatures of habit, and we're judgmental. As human beings are judgmental no matter what. It's just like when I had gold teeth, nobody wanted to do sales with me. When I took them out, they're like, oh man, this is a good looking guy, let me do sales with him. Only thing changed is I took the teeth out.
You know what? The greatest American stand-up comedian of all time, George Carlin, once said that there is a man who graduated a PhD program with a C-, and on Monday, he's got a waiting room full of patients. Okay? Just because somebody's a doctor doesn't mean they're good. And if that person decided, for whatever reason, that a tattoo on their face was a good option for them, I don't want them operating on me. Now, don't get me wrong. I'll say it again. If this is their specialty and this is what they do, cool. If this is a tonsillitis and every doctor in the hospital can do it, I'll take one of the other ones, please. Thank you.
Hold on, let me add to that, Jam. All right.
Hey, hold up, Wayne, because I gotta hit Mike with this. I'm sorry, man. Hold on.
Being right isn't always the
point.
point.
Wrong one. Never mind.
It is.
I messed up. Never mind. I messed up. I was looking for to stop moving the goalposts, because Mike just moved the goalposts like I ain't never seen before.
How did I move the goalposts?
You brought. I agree with you 1,000,000%. You're not gonna get no arguments from me. I ain't letting the doctor that's getting all C's operate on me. But what if he was a straight A doctor and he just put a tattoo on his face?
This is what I'm trying to tell you. I didn't say that the guy with the tattoo has C's. I said the George Carlin story to say you don't know what doctor you're dealing with. You don't get to see your doctor's grades. So to me, all I can judge is your actions and how you present yourself. And if you woke up one day and thought a tattoo on your face was a good idea, then to me, being a doctor wasn't that important to you. Because if I'm going to be a salesman, I have to sell myself as well as my product. I'm going to look as good as I possibly can. A tattoo on your face, society-wise, doesn't show that off. So I'm good. Now, don't get me wrong. If you're the house of whatever the hell is surgery I need, and you're that guy, you got the respect of the community, go ahead, do what you got to do. But if it's something that you and 20 other people can do, I got other options. I'm good.
Fair enough. Wayne, get in there, Wayne.
Hey, let's not act like presentation isn't a real thing, bro. If I bring you a plate of food and it's all sloppy and look terrible, I mean, you're not going to put it in your mouth. Let's just be real, right? I get it about the tattoos because I have a slew of them. I have a whole sleeve.
Swallowed up. Have you ever been swallowed up? Have you gone through a time of swallowing?
Hey, once you said that part, I had to throw it.
Hey, I like that.
Just said the words.
No. Yeah, he was wilding on that, man. But no, I'm with Mike. I mean, Trev, I get it, bro. I push back on that because for me, I don't want my doctors having tattoos in his face. I'm okay with certain things. I'm okay with I get tattoos. I get it. If there's a time to have tattoos anywhere on your body is now because you can make money on the internet. You don't even have to leave the house and be a millionaire. I mean, you know what I'm saying? Like if you do it right, you feel me? So, but you know, Jam to what she was saying. I mean, come on, Jam, you're a woman. I see in your picture. If it's late at night, you walking down the street and the man is on the same sidewalk as you, walking towards you with a Jason mask and a trench coat, you telling me you won't cross that street? No, come on. Let's be real. I mean, you know, so presentation is everything. I mean, I you know, again, I have nothing against tattoos, but I don't want my doctor having a tattoo in his face. Period. I'm good. I'm good on that. I'll take my, put it like this. I'll take my chances with a doctor without a tattoo on his face than a doctor with a tattoo on his face.
There's only one.
Yeah. So I'll take my chance on that.
There's only one human being with a tattoo on their face that I even want to have a conversation with. And Mike Tyson ain't on the show, so I don't know what to tell you.
Yeah. So
hey, you know what's funny? I don't know if y'all, well, I know Mike at least watch Sanford and Son. You remember the episode where Fred had his tooth was hurting him real bad, and the black doctor came in and he didn't want the black doctor to see him, and then he was like, "Nah, I need a white doctor." So the white doctor comes in, and then he was like, "Oh man, I bet you went to such and such," and he was like, "Oh no, I just graduated from the city college." And this and that. He's like, no, I want to see the top man. And then the black guy comes back in. Yep. So to the point about judging the book by a cover, a lot of times I get it. I'm not saying, hey, listen, if I go in the hospital and the doctor has a tattoo on their face, I'm like, hey man, depending on the severity of what's going on, I'm gonna think that there's crazy. But when I got all these stitches in my hands and stuff, it was a young black doctor with sleeves that did it, and I had zero issue with him doing it. But he also was clean cut and didn't have no damn tattoos in his face. So
thank you.
You know.
Let me ask you this. All right, let's say okay, so you don't tend to judge. I'm wondering if you see a doctor who like talks like he's from the Wu-Tang Clan, or he's like, "Oh, nah, you're unilateral in your vesiculus muscle."
Yo, you
gotta
said
correct
no
that.
Words. None of those are words.
Those aren't words. Your epidermis is tightening out there, son. We gotta make sure that's loose.
The sun does that. Yep.
So you're not judging. You still not judging then, even if you got a PhD, all A's in college and stuff like that.
I'm gonna tell you this: if you come in there with a super deep accent and he talk like he's from Wu-Tang, and he says all the correct words, that means he studied. That means
I need someone to talk white.
If he knows the difference between you stupid. If they come in there talking about a uvulateral, I don't care if he's got the Harry Potter glasses and the tie. I don't want to hear it. If he's talking about uvulas and epiglottis, I know those words. We can work with that. I'm good.
Your pineal gland is closing, son. We need to up your fiber intake, my dude.
Hey, Kev.
Hey, I'm with it. Bong bong. You see what the hat say?
I'll smoke with him, sure.
Lim B says, but there are consequences for one's actions. A tattoo on the face isn't a good look, but
Jam just said something to me.
But be ready for the fallout. Exactly. Who is this? Ricardo says presentation matters. Let's just call a spade a spade. I agree. Right. Jam says in the face of life and death, things might change. Hey, when you're on that table, I mean, who knows?
Hey, I made the qualifier. I said if this person is the only person or they're the best in their field, I'm down. Let's go. But if I have other options, I'm choosing them.
Ricardo says, shout out to the black doctors in the workforce doing their thing. Absolutely. Maria G's choices have consequences. Thanks. Oh boy. And Mike is right. He was really let me see that one.
No.
If
all the intelligent people say Mike is right.
All right. So now let's get into the main event so we can get out of here. So this you're gonna get our right now reactions, because I mean everybody saw it. Shout out to Zay in the building. I only looked at it one time. After the one time I looked at it, I didn't look at it again because I just wanted to make sure that I give you my true reaction. I don't even remember what it's about, but nevertheless, here we go.
Got my pen ready.
I was really excited, very excited about it. We had gone out maybe 2 months, and then he said he really needed to talk to me. Sure, what is it? Do you think you could lend me $4,000? And I'm like, oh, God.
He jumped out with 4,000 out the gate, though?
I know, it's so
He didn't
funny.
test the water?
You know what Oprah said? Oprah said, God, I would have felt better if he had said $40,000.
You just went in your purse. Here you go. Here you go.
Crush, because here's somebody who was making, six figures, successful. And when I said, could I ask what it's for? He said, yeah, it was for a child support issue and to pay a payment on some furniture. And this was Sunday, and he said, I promise I'll pay you back by Thursday. And he did pay me back on Thursday, but I didn't feel the same. But he did, to his credit, pay me back on Thursday. But it just changed the relationship for me. It changed the relationship for me.
All right, let me just say this real quick, because I know y'all about to ride the hell off. I know Wayne and Mike been waiting with bated breath here, but remember, we only got a short amount of time. Let me just say two things that I noticed in this. Gayle King, I don't know why I keep wanting to say Gayle Kim, the wrestler, but Gayle King is not what you would call a regular woman. So first of all, she's not dating one of us. Put it that way, regardless of how good we could be to her or whatever. She's not dating one of us. So she has to be dating somebody off the rip that you would assume is a man of some type of substance, which she even brought it up later. Hey, he makes six figures, and he paid her back in less than a week. So that's the only thing I got to say about that. And my only question to this before we get deep into it is, why bring it up if you're not trying to embarrass the guy? Wayne, what you got, Wayne? Because you're the one sent it.
Yeah, so I got this sent to me and my boy Kirk. He's listening. Him and his lovely lady.
Shout out to Crack. My bad. Shout out to Kirk too.
I'll let your boy
man.
Kirk.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. And we had a conversation about this. So it's a lot of angles with this. Again, this is where, number one, I talk about being too vulnerable, understanding. And this is me. I always push back when you're too vulnerable with women you're dating or married to or in a relationship with. You gotta be careful, because she said they've been dating for 2 months. He's a good guy. He makes six figures. Boom, 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 boom. He's checking everything off, and then boom, he asks her for money. And look, he paid her back. He told her what it was for. He was honest about it. Everything, right? And still yet things change for her. So again, this is my argument about being too vulnerable with women. You got to be careful, because they will look at you differently. You know what I mean? And I continue to push back on that. I'll start right now because I got more on it, but I'm gonna let everybody jump in. But I got more on it. But I'm gonna let the fellas get a little bit. Shout out to my man Kirk.
Everybody just give you quick take on it, and then we'll just do a round table. But the name of this show is The Dangers of Being Vulnerable. Because when I saw that, I'm like, oh yeah, there you go. Mike, what you got on? What's your immediate thoughts on this?
This is exactly why men don't want to date uber successful women, because the second they start making a certain amount of money, they start to look down on everyone. Not all women. I'm not saying all women. Facts, Maria G. Facts. I don't want to date anyone that's close to Oprah. But the second they start making CEO money, they start with that you're not on my level. Oh, you're beneath me. Oh, he did what? He needed help. Ugh, I can't deal with someone that needs assistance. It's just a thing innate in them that I don't want to be subservient to a man, so I'm going to make all this money so I can denigrate and do the opposite. Like, it makes no sense. That's why men don't want to deal with women who get high and successful in financial hood, because they get this masculinity about them, which is what she's trying to express. She's trying to embarrass him. She's trying to make him look stupid. and saying, ugh, what kind of man asked me for money? I'd have rather them ask for 40,000. That's what she's trying to do. She's trying to embarrass him. She's disgusting. I have nothing good to say about her. I'm glad Monique doodled on your homegirl all week. Go ahead, Kev.
I'm not gonna say she's mean because she didn't put any specific details out there. So it's kind of like what we do. Hold on. It's kind of like what we do, where we tell our own stories, but about like, oh, I was with this girl and she did X, Y, and Z. So it's the same context. And then also, this is a whole other tax bracket. I don't even think we're qualified to even understand what she's going through, or at least what he's going through as well. But I would definitely say it's a little sus that you're dating someone for a few months and you need $4,000 for child support and furniture. Where if you make six figures, I would assume you can just get a loan from the furniture store, and I'm not gonna go too long, but we're not seeing it from her perspective of, okay, well, you're asking me for child support money, so that means this is going to be an issue in the future. So it's kind of a bad example of what's considered vulnerable, at least with this tax bracket.
Boy, you just invent stuff.
So
Boy, you are.
Let me get him, Mike. Let me get him real quick. So because I knew Kev was going to do it. I thought we were going to be able to have a conversation. Let me see what MD co-signing you on. At what time in the relationship does a person become a resource? I mean, unbelievable with these guys. But it's funny, they could ask us for money.
All the time.
Listen, I'm gonna tell y'all, God, see, I know this is gonna get long because we're gonna get into some personal stuff here, and I'll keep it real quick.
Wait, what was that MD said? You put it up. What was that?
At what time in a relationship does a person become a resource? MD is okay with being the resource, but we can't say that she's a resource. Is that what you're saying, MD? Go ahead and clarify it. But Kev said that, he asking for money for child support. It looks sus. I mean, Kev, how about he just see his woman and he's like, hey, could you help me out real quick? And he's not even lying to her and saying, hey, hey, nah, I need it because my car broke or something like that. I used to date this girl, 8 years of my life, life lesson. And she was horrendous with money, terrible with money. And I hope you're listening. Terrible with money. And she and because I was such a simp, I used to be a real simp back in the day. She, her father passed, and I'm sorry about that, but I went and cleaned my account out for her.
You needed
and just to get her enough money so she could get back to her home country so she could go bury her dad. I did that because I now became the resource to her. I got in a bind not even 6 months later. Now, granted, I just cleaned my account out, got her money to go to England, and she had to fly through England, then come back in order to get to her home country. I gave her that money to do that because I loved her, to bury her dad. I got in a bind one time, and I think it was honestly, bro, it was probably like $500 or $600 that I needed. This broad hounded me to no end, and like, I'm like, bro, I'd rather just not do what I need to do and just be okay than have to be indebted to my girlfriend, who I just, by the way, went and wiped my account out. Oh, and not to mention, she was like, you mind if I get your next week's checks too? Because I'm gonna be running short on that. Yeah, I was a simp, bro. I was a real simp back in the day. But
you needed me.
Is the ridiculousness of what you trying to imply here, Kev, is because it was child support. He couldn't ask her. He got her back in less than a week.
You want me to answer that?
Yeah, go ahead. I mean, we in the conversation now.
Child support's a monthly thing. You don't have any money in your bank account. I thought you make six figures. That's what I'm saying. Where's your saved money?
Figures,
where's your investment?
Then
that's what I'm wondering.
If he makes 6 figures, the child support payment is high.
Huh?
if he makes 6 figures, he ain't paying $100 a month. He paying a chunk.
I know it's less than 4,000 because he had to buy furniture. Hello, what podcast am I on?
Wow.
But hold on.
Something wrong with Kevin.
With the
I
whole
said the magic word
child
child
support.
support.
Hold on. With the child support, I mean, you're thinking too surface level, Kev, with child support. It could be, the situation could have been, let's just say, the visitation might have been shifted, right? Let's just say maybe he moved, or maybe the mother moved, maybe he was going into a court battle in the back, in the back stages that we don't know about. We don't know the details of it. And this is my point of, when you get somebody like that, when Gail talks about that on a platform like this big on Pivot, my thing is painting men as losers. Okay, number one, she goes out there and she out the man business, even though she didn't say a name or not. Somebody knows that guy, and that guy was dating Gail. All right, at the end of the day. So again, number one, we're talking about humiliating a man once again. All right, and then not even giving all the facts. But again, back to you, Kev. You know, every child support case is different. It's not just as plain as, well, he paying monthly. So look, things can shift dramatically, and if let's just say he was in a marriage, just let's say this child support came from a marriage, you know, it can be taken to court and be revamped. Things could change, people money could change. Let's just say he made 50,000 a couple months ago and got a promotion and went up to 6 figures. That changes everything as well. So again, he could have went to court. They could have said, oh sir, why could the mother of the child could have said, oh, he got a new job. He making 100,000 now, judge. Okay, sir, you bring your stubs and your tax bracket refunds. Ma'am, you bring yours. Okay, sir, you know what? This is how much you're gonna pay. You give us, you know, you're gonna pay 4,000 or whatever. I mean, you know, who knows how that could have built up, and he needed that money at the time to pay that. And he went to get, which you got to be careful with women having leverage over you. I'm sorry. Women might not agree with it. I'm sorry. I don't care. I'll debate it all day. Married, boyfriend, I don't give a shit. Okay. Be careful with the leverage that you give women over you. This is why I encourage men to make sure they got their resources intact. Make sure you got things intact, how you live, the money that you're making, such and such, this and that, because I'm telling you, a woman that has leverage over you, okay, it's not a fun thing all the time, and they will use it against you. I'm telling you, that's all I'm saying. Be careful with it. But Kev, like I said, you thinking too surface level on that. All right. And again, the man paid her back when he said he was going to pay her back. He don't get no credit for that. You know, but again, when you're dealing with women, they don't think like that. It's all emotions. She didn't say, you know what? He borrowed that $4,000 from me, but you know what? He paid it back when he said he was going to pay it back, and he took care of some business. You know what? I'm gonna give him credit on that. I like that. It ain't like I can see she's like, man, this man ain't pay me back. He owed me. He ain't paid. The man paid her back right when he say I pay you back. So he obviously had the money somewhere. All right, he had the money somewhere. Okay, I give you an example. Okay, good friend of, I tell you, Kirk, the guy who sent this, good friend of mine, amazing with finances. Right, one of the things he taught me was like not keeping all your money in banks. A lot of times he has his money in mutual fund, investments fund. So a lot of times you can't just pull that money out right away. You got to wait a couple of days. Mm-hmm. So you know what I'm saying? And so, you know, when you got it tied up in investments and mutual funds, you know what I'm saying? Because you want to let your money make money for you when you're asleep. You can't just go to the bank and grab that money out as if it's liquid. You feel me? So, I mean, there's just so many different ways you could look at this, but I think she's a POS for putting the man business out like that. And again, making men, black men or men, period, looking like bums once again. You know what I mean? That story she could have kept to herself.
And I want to get on this real quick.
Hey, Mike, hold on, because you know I got a terrible memory. I don't want to forget. I just dropped a link in the chat. That was to the conversation that me and Wayne had, where I was caping hard for women. The topic of that show was, is the black woman the closest thing to God on earth? I just dropped that. Y'all might want to go check that out when you got time. That's from a podcast that we did a couple of years ago. Go ahead, Mike.
I want to say this, and because I see we getting close to 1:30. I want to say this.
Hey, yeah, I mean, we just gonna have to go because we got to get it all out.
It's funny to me, and anytime for everyone in the chat, I'm talking about a good chunk of women, not all women. I know Nene gonna be mad if she hear me say all women. It's funny to me how women, they always say it changes the relationship when something inopportune happens to the guy. But if it's something about them, they always want understanding. You know what I mean? If it's oh well, oh no, and this in my car, and could you just? But if it's a guy, you a man, you ain't gonna. You supposed to handle it. You supposed to have it. We're all human beings. I don't understand why this man having an issue and asking you for what literally is $20 and let's be real, $4,000 ain't nothing to Gail, and it ain't nothing to a man that has 6 figures. So that's literally like if we on a date and I'm like, damn, boo, let me borrow $20 real quick. And she's like, $20? $20? The man asked you for a little chunk of change and he gave it back to you within less than a week. What are we talking about? Why did that one little thing changes everything about him? Because he had one in the 2 months you were dating this man, he was doing this thing. Apparently because you were still dating him. And I bet even Rich Gail don't pay for dinner. Bet that. And you telling me this man had one little hiccup. And because of that, you can't. This is why men don't like successful women. This is why. They get masculine. They start looking down. They say, I can't believe he asked me for money.
But Mike, it's leverage, period. Even if she was poor. Anytime, because it's just a female nature when dealing with the man. They're not, and again, I'm not defending Gail. I get Gail because she's a woman, and some women, a lot of women think that way, bro. It's giving a woman leverage. I've seen poor women who, like I've seen on TikTok, where guys, women throwing men out of the apartment because of silly stuff, but the simple fact because she has the leverage because it's her place. She just throws the guys on the street for any little thing. You know what I'm saying? It's leverage, man, because typically men don't do that. You know what I'm saying? Men are not. We're majority of men are not dictators with our finances. We're not dictators with our protection. You know what I'm saying? That's what we are. The roles are not interchangeable, bro. I'm telling you. So again, a woman who's a boss and make money and all that. I'll say this again. I'll never date or marry a woman who makes more money than me. I won't do it. I won't do it. The relationship won't work. All right. Period. You may have some small percentages out there, group of women that's cool, that makes more money than their man, and they treat that man with much respect. But 9 out of 10 times, she will silently reject you. There are studies in this. There are psychologists. There are women who psychologists and studies that have these conversations. I sat in on plenty of lectures where women would say, yes, if I make more money than my husband, I make more money. It was a story where she said, I make more money than my husband and I silently reject him because of it. Just simply because of that.
I don't dispute it. I've seen it.
Hey, Mike, finish your point so Kev can get back in because he been silent. I don't want anybody to be silent for too long.
That's the best Kevin. I'm not disputing that.
I wouldn't pay you back.
I'm not disputing that because I've been in that position and I've seen what happens if you let it. That's why I don't do it myself. I don't let any woman I've ever been with or any woman that I'm going to be with have leverage over me. It doesn't work. Once a woman looks at you as less than, and that's most women, not all, because there's some women out there who are cool as hell who don't see money as a judgment criteria. But the majority of these modern women can't do nothing for you. Go ahead, Kev.
Hey, real quick, Kev, let me just read these comments because they starting to pile up. And one thing I did want to say though, all us make pretty decent money. I know we all wish we could make more, but have you ever been in a situation where you just was like, damn, I just need you to get me till this date? It didn't mean that you didn't have the money. You just knew it was coming.
Yeah, of
and
course.
you just like, hey, let me just get me on this day, and you pay it right back. And sometimes you throw a little extra on there, but never once did you ever say, hey, yeah, I remember I gave you $4,000 because you bum ass. And so Lim B says the bigger this is bigger than the money. The issue is the emotional side of being put on blast on a large platform. As a man, we face enough challenges from the world. Yeah, I agree with that. We shouldn't have to be on guard from our woman all the time. Granted, we have to choose the right one, but how do we encourage the ladies to know that we want to seek comfort from them? Hey, their moms need to teach them. Ricardo says it's not a narrative that it's not a narrative that like that Gail is plugged. The consequences of this going forward means men should bottle up and not share certain details. Hey, I get in an argument with Mike and Wayne all the time about this being vulnerable, but when you see stuff like this, it's hard to say that what they're saying isn't true. Michelle says men or women should understand that if you are dating a person with children, anything can happen. That you may need, absolutely, that you may need help from the other party. Gail is speaking words that Oprah spoke. Again, two women that rumors were abound about them. I'm not going to say what they were, but go ahead.
But that's women, period, though, man. That's majority women, period. But go ahead, Kel.
Go ahead, Kel.
I disagree with Maria G. That's majority of women, period. Whether they do it outwardly or whether they do it inwardly, they will reject the man that they feel they got to carry.
Is it me or does Wayne sound like he's talking sped up?
I am. I don't know. Let me see. I got to
sound like he got his thing on 1.5 or something.
I do. Hold on. Let me see.
Is this me or
I'm on my laptop, man. So I don't know. Hold on. Let me see. I might switch to my phone. Hold on.
Kev, go ahead and get in there. Wait a minute. MD said Wayne just admitted money is a tool for social supremacy. Classic manosphere talking point.
You damn right, MD.
Sounds like it.
You damn right. Damn right.
Sounds like it, but I think y'all missing the point. So if we listen to the things that she said she dated the guy for a few months and he's asking for $4,000, and you guys are just making up and moving the goalposts, making up scenarios like, oh, maybe his money is in this account, maybe his money is in that account. If you're telling me all his money is tied up just to buy furniture, I'm not even like upset about the child support thing. I'm more upset about the furniture. I want to get some furniture. Like I said, he can get a
she writes
a loan or like a down payment. Not even a down. What's the word? What do you call it? He can pay a certain amount of money per month in order to to get the furniture. There's furniture stores that'll work. Finance it. He could finance it. So there's furniture stores that'll work with you. So
what are you talking about?
Boy,
my thing is
you are the king of goalposts moving. You're the one moving the goalposts.
Anyways, my thing is he's telling her that this will be a problem again. I have an issue with child support. I need to borrow $4,000. This is not like $20, $20 some change out of my pocket to get some gas.
Is some
this
change
is
out of
$4,000. And the reason you're saying that is because she has money. And it's the same with other celebrities when they say, when I made it, this is when everybody I ever talked to ever and don't talk to ever decided to hit me up. I remember this Jay-Z interview. Jay-Z was talking about like, hey, my cousin was talking about like, oh, I need to borrow $5,000 and I'll flip it for you because I have this business plan.
That's not the same. That's not the same.
She didn't say that about him.
Remotely the same.
Kev, she didn't say
like
that.
This is a relationship. This is a guy. This is a guy she's in a relationship with. I'm just saying, go ahead. This is a guy she's in a relationship with. She's dating. You know what I'm saying? I'm just saying.
For a couple months. I'm not giving nobody $4,000 for a couple of months. I still got to get to know you. I'm not going to know somebody at least
fair enough. But I'm just saying. I'm just saying.
Then I can say, okay, I know this person. I know he's got my back. But this situation is telling me child support is going to be an issue. His baby mom's going to be an issue. His kids may or may not be an issue. They might be in private school.
Where you got that from, Kev?
He is going to need to borrow more money. I ain't no ATM. I ain't no piggy bank. This is my money.
But if you like the guy, wait a minute, though, Kev. But if she admit that she likes the guy, then why is it an issue then? if you like them.
Wow.
I could like him, but it doesn't mean it's good for
Read that comment from Jam Jam.
I would want my man to come to me. If I'm able to help him, I would. Not all women are the same.
Facts.
Okay,
Go
that's
ahead,
great.
Jam Jam.
Majority of them are though, but fair enough.
And you know, Wayne can't give it. Wayne can't give it.
Wayne ain't giving no compliments.
It's not about the
money.
money.
I ain't
Common
giving
sense.
It's too many.
It's
Too
common
many of
sense.
them.
Go get
It's
a
too many of
finance plan. Don't ask me for money and child support. Go to
But
your
yeah,
mini account.
if you like the guy, but hold on, Kev. If you like the guy,
bank, get a loan. You can go to Amscott and get a loan for at least $2,000 because it's not $4,000. It's not for remember that furniture and child support. Get a loan from Amscott, and maybe in like 6 months to a year when you know we're in a good standing point in our relationship. Sure, I'll help you out. You know, if I and clearly they're dating for a few months because she was fine with them having kids. It was fine with him having kids, so that's not the issue. But
hey,
I will find this plus if my girl asked me after 3 months, can I borrow $4,000? I don't care if I got it or not.
Bet money out of all of us. If a woman asks if any of our women that are in our lives, if we have some, because y'all know I ain't got nobody. If any of the women in our lives ask us for something, bet money Kevin's the first one to give it. Bet money. Kevin can't wait to loan her $50. He's just running his mouth now because he on the show. Kevin, no, he Captain Cape. You know you be the
$50.
First
it's
one.
Not 4,000. It's not 4,000. I know
Yeah,
that much.
you looking
it's
at the
4,000.
Kev, she's worth probably hundreds of millions. Like that's what you're looking at. 4,000 to us will probably be like, damn, I'm gonna have to get you, such and such. But for her, it's literally like when Mike say, hey, $20, because that's what I'm saying. And the fact is, I want to go back to this. She never said anything bad about him. She said they've been together. No. She made it a point to talk about how much money he made as a positive. She didn't denigrate the man and say, oh, he don't make no money, this and that. She said he makes 6 figures. And then she even went further to say he gave it back to me by Thursday. He borrowed it Sunday. And that is literally, hey, something happened if I ever seen it. And my money's tied up right now. Who on this panel, she's worth 40 million? Who on, so what? 1% of, he asked for 0.5% of what she's worth. Come on, man, get out of here, man.
Don't matter. What
man on this panel hasn't ever been in a situation where it's just like, damn, boy, something coming up right there. I can't get it right now, but it's money gonna be free. Wayne talked about the mutual funds. Yeah, we do CDs, 18-month CDs. You can't touch them. Like it's always a different scenario, but to Kev, all Kev sees is the furniture. And that's why I'm mad that she mentioned the furniture, because now she making the man look like a duck that all he wants to do is buy furniture. And not for nothing, what if he did want to buy furniture and she could help him out? He's smashing her. If I was smashing a woman, then she feels like she has all rights to everything that I have in my pocket. Why can't it work both ways?
Can I ask you? Okay, can I ask you a question? Can I ask
Go
you
ahead. Hey, Dad, we talking. Go ahead.
Okay. I'm gonna lower the money. Okay, let's say you guys are dating a girl and it's only been 3 months, right? And she asks you, hey, I'll pay you back, but I need help paying my rent. Can I borrow $1,000? And I also need to get furniture. And it's only been 3 months. What does that tell you?
That's not equivalent, sir. He's worth 40 million and he asked for 4,000. I'm not worth 40 million.
To pay child support that you have to pay every month.
Matter of
just
fact,
like your
since my dog put himself out there, I'm gonna put myself out there.
Go ahead.
So I was dating this girl, right?
Well, read Zay's comment, because I knew that's where you're going to go. Read Zay's comment first.
To my soldier.
Yeah,
that's Zay. My girl started bringing home more than me for the first time last year. It silently made me nervous as hell because I thought she was gonna switch up, but fortunately she stayed humble so far. That boy know that so far real. And just so you know, Zay is part of the Mike is Right Foundation. Much love to my dog Zay, one of the brothers, the UFC brothers. I want to say this. I'm gonna
Zay,
try
I'm
to be real
sorry.
quick because y'all know I talk too much. So I talk too much. I'm gonna be real quick. Dating this girl, she basically lost her apartment, right? So she's living somewhere that doesn't look good, and she lost her job. Everything was going to hell, and she needed clothes because her clothes. It was something happened in the house here. Her clothes got messed up. She needed clothes. My dumb tail went and spent $250 buying her a week's worth of clothes so she could have it for this job that she ended up getting and was so thankful. And then when I told her something a little bit later, she had the nerve to go, well, I didn't ask you for that money. I didn't ask you for that. That's neither here nor there. I'm saying if I'm smashing somebody, if I'm with somebody, if I'm trying to connect with somebody, a little bit of money isn't that big a deal. If we're
I'm
trying to
glad you gave
build
me this
something,
example.
it's not that big a deal. $250 to me is more money than $4,000 is to Gail. And I gave it because she and I were trying to build something. Because I like her. Because I liked her. That's just what it is. And I didn't run her down. Hey, what's up with that money? I didn't even get it back. It wasn't about getting the money back. It was about her being on her feet because I
I'd
can't
be
be with
damned if I don't.
somebody if they suffering and struggling and I'm sitting here chilling. I'm like, hey, you want to go to Chili's? And she in her flip-flops. Like, I can't have that. But I guess you on a different plane, Kev. You go ahead.
Hey Mike,
I'm
how
glad
long
you gave
before?
that example.
Hey Mike, how long before you asked your ex-wife to marry you?
9.5 years.
Oh, now okay. Well, that's a bad example. Wayne, how long you asked your ex-wife to marry you?
About a year and a half, almost
A
2.
year and a half,
That goes
18 months. I asked Nene to marry me 6 months since since the relationship started. So by that number logic, Kev, you don't think if 3 months in, well, no, you don't think, because you think if she asked me for $4,000, it would be okay.
It's
But
fine.
if I asked her for $4,000 3 months
You're a
in,
bum.
you think I'm a bum.
I just said no. I said no to
We
that. I
don't
ain't giving
believe
out.
you.
See,
You
here's
don't
my
believe me.
question. Here's my question to Kev. All right. First of all,
Go
I
ahead.
want to respond to
I got a
Zay.
question too. Since we
All right, go ahead.
asking.
Well, let me respond to Zay comment. The last one he said about his
Oh, you want? Let me
girl
put the other
making
one
more money
back
than
up.
him. Yeah.
My
Okay.
girl started bringing
And
home
I'm
more
with
than
you.
me.
I'm with you, Zay. That at the so far part, that's what I'm saying, bro. And I'm not trying to throw shade on your relationship or nothing, bro. But you hit it on the point. But I will say this, bro. Like, you know, if she sees herself paying for too much more than what she used to pay, if y'all going out on dates and trips and things of that nature, she finds herself now putting up more. Be careful with that, bro. That's why I always say be careful with the 50-50 thing with women, man. Be careful with that 50-50. Okay. I always, that's another big subject about, women and men living together in the whole 50-50 thing. I always say, I know a lot of guys are cool with the 50-50, but it doesn't help the guy doing 50-50 living up under the same roof with the woman. I'm just saying, but that's, we could talk about that too as well, because it's all kind of related, but, But Kev, my question to you is that the point is with Gail though, okay, she has the money again. $4,000 sound a lot to us, but it's nothing to her. But my question to you though, Kev, if she liked him and he's a great guy, then why should that change the dynamic of the relationship? Like she said, just answer that. Well, don't move the goalpost, but just answer that. If she likes the guy, you talk about, well, it's a sign she needs child. But if you like me, right, that means you win it, right? You win it for the long. You win it. But why would that change if she likes the guy?
That is a great question, which I had to answer, but I can't remember right now. I'm a freestyle.
There we go.
So it's not about the money. It's not whether or not she likes him. It's about this guy told her exactly who he is and what the situation is. That's the problem, right? She said a couple months in the relationship, the guy asked me money for child support. Just like with Mike's example, that chick made it clear that she's not good with finances, and or she probably don't have a lot of people that she can rely on to help her out with her rent. And guess what? Just like Mike said, that relationship went to caca, right? Gone, finito. So it's drained. And just like with this relationship, from what she said, and from this example, it sounds sus that you have to pay child support every month, but you're asking me, you just met me, you're asking me for money when if you didn't know me, who else would you go to?
But if she saw a future with the guy, right? Let's just say she see a future with this guy.
Sure.
Right? She has the resources. That's
Sure.
Even if he listen, whatever financial issue that he has, if he has one, she has the solution. She has the resources to solve every financial debt that he has. I'm pretty sure she's worth 40 million, right? So if that's the case, why is it she's hold on? But if she likes the guy, why did it have to change because he needed $4,000? And he's a great guy. He makes this type of money. They get along well. 2 months. Why did that 20 cents to her versus what she's worth? Why did that have to change the dynamic of the relationship? You know why? Because women are women.
I thought you were
at
asking
the end
me
of
a
the
question.
day.
I thought you were asking me a question. Okay, so yes, the answer is
you deflected the first time. You deflected the first time I asked you about it.
I'm
Like,
gonna
that's
answer
a
you
good
directly.
question. I can't answer it. All right, go ahead.
I'm gonna answer you directly. The answer is yes.
All right, go ahead.
She is a woman, and she's gonna want
All
to
right.
have someone who she feels is going to.
You see how goofy that sounds? Like she's worth 40 million and she's still looking for security from a guy that makes
How about I answer the
150.
question?
Do you understand how goofy they are? Do you get
You
it?
asked me
Now
a
you
question,
get it,
I'm giving you
right?
an
They
answer.
are goofy. Do you get it? They are goofy.
You asked me a question, I'm
But
giving you an
do you
answer.
understand?
Let me
She's
finish.
looking for financial security from a man who makes
Not
$100,000
about
a
finances.
year, 6
It's not
figures a
about
year,
finances.
and she's worth 40 million.
I need a mediator. It's not about finances.
All right, go ahead. All right.
You've been talking about finances for the whole thing, talking about 4,000.
Go ahead,
So
Kev. Y'all let
what
him
I'm
rock
getting
out.
at-
Go ahead, Kev.
What I'm getting at is women want to feel like they're protected, and they want to feel like they'll be provided for. Now, with every woman, it's different depending on what type of woman it is, right? So, for example, if let's say you're a dude who's like 4'4" and you want to date a chick who's 4'4", for her, she's gonna want to feel protected by someone who's a little bit bigger, because in a sense, 4'4" can't beat somebody up who's like 6 foot, right? So in that context, that's her getting what she needs out of that 6'5" guy, right? Or six foot guy, whatever. So like I said, they want to feel protected and provided for in whatever context that individual feels that they can provide. So in this situation, this is a guy who's saying that he doesn't have any resources to, or sorry, not resources, but he's not savvy enough to look for other resources to get the bread that he needs to pay the child support. The child support is going to be an issue. Now, if you're saying you want to have a sugar mom, that's cool, right? You can just say that. You want Gail King to
Pay
pay for
her
everything.
back in 4 days. How fast he turned? He found 4,000.
Hold on. But in this case, whatever Gail King is looking for, she wants to know that when things go south, her man will protect her in whatever it is, whatever she's got to deal with Hollywood, whatever she got to deal with finances, whatever. She wants to feel that way, and she's gonna want someone who's going to make her feel like they are better than her, because when you're better as a man, you're able to protect and provide. So
then why start dating a guy that makes 6 figures in the first place? Why not date a multi-millionaire then, if that's the case?
Damn it, Wayne, man.
How many black people are multimillionaires?
Oh man, God,
come on, Kev. Wayne, you took it right from me. Kev, how many guys is Gail King or Kim, whatever her name is, gonna approach to date that's in the same tax bracket as her?
There's not too many men. There's not too many options. I feel bad for her. Exactly.
So miss me with the security thing. Exactly. Just miss
And
me.
then Michelle makes a point here, right? It's like, yo, Gail 60, you 40 million. I mean, like at some point, it's like she don't even have an awareness of herself, bro. She thinks she has all these options out there, right? She thinks she got men just lined up out the door. They goofy. They think goofy. You found a guy that's good to you. You found this great guy. He makes a solid living. And one situation turns everything for you at 60 years old, but you're looking for love. This is what I'm talking about. They're goofy. Kev.
You sound ageist, Wayne. It's not about the age. It's about the options, which she doesn't have.
You think Gail have options like that?
Child support. Hello.
Who's knocking down Gail, though, you think men are lined up to date Gail?
I'll answer no.
Exactly.
Hey, get in there, Mike, before I shut down.
No. Wayne handling business. Get out.
Nah, y'all go ahead. I'm pretty sure it's a lot of comments to read. Go ahead.
Read the comments.
I just trying to read those damn comments. Hey, shout out to Bones in the building. So Lim B says, but Gail still chose. She knows she's worth 40 million, and even if dude makes 900 million, still six figures, she still knows she makes more. Seems like she wanted an excuse to get out. Bro, so you miss me with all that security talk, Kev. Like I see what you're trying to do, but you legit moving the goalposts.
You're not even playing football no more.
This guy checks off all the boxes.
Oh, sorry.
And she's mad he needed a little help. She has unrealistic expectations in the end. Man, listen, the chat
be on fire today. You know,
the chat is very pro us. Yeah, Lim be on fire today. Ricardo says, once the intercourse took place, why did the dynamics change once he asked to borrow funds? This is a good question.
You go, Ricardo. Because they're women.
Nah, say the word. What are they? Wayne?
Goofy.
I love that.
Hey, get in there, Mike, because we got to close out.
Bro, I ain't got nothing to say. Wayne was on fire today. Finally, I got Wayne to the place I need him to be. Anti-Kevin. Well done, Wayne. Welcome to the team.
Hey,
clearly his stroke game couldn't keep her, so that's another issue too.
Well, wait a minute.
You don't need a stroke game for a 60-year-old.
Wait a minute. So this what I did want to because I kept pushing this back, and I see the next week just going to piggyback off of this. Somebody sent me I think it was Nene or Ricardo. One of them sent me but how women are actively looking for a way out while they're currently in a relationship. So I want to touch on that security blanket, because it's like it's women with the secret accounts. Is women doing all that sneaky stuff, siphoning off money. When a dude is all
plutonic friend who's my cousin,
exactly,
who all of a sudden I fall on his penis when we break up.
when a dude is all in, a dude is all in. There was a time I wanted a 740i BMW. It was a classic 740i. I'd found a nice one. I was a couple dollars short. I told Nene we had just got married, and she went and she was like, "Oh, that ain't nothing. Let me go take care of it." I'm like, "Huh?" She said, "Hey, if I got this money, then you got this money. No problem." She just went and got it, and we went and bought the car. Now the engine blew up on me, but it doesn't matter. That's besides the point. We still got the 740i BMW that I wanted, and I rode that bad boy for 2 years. But and so now it's like with her, if anything comes up, I got zero problem. She needs a new computer, like nothing. I just listen, and I'm like, okay, I hear her saying this. She wants this. I'm gonna just go buy. I have zero. Men don't have problems spending money. Because hey, I'm not a fan of TD Jakes, especially when he says stuff like this.
Swallowed up. Have you ever been swallowed up? Have you gone through a time of swallowing?
But he did say something that was real great one time on one of his messages. He said that men see money as points. We're just trying to win the game. So like our attachment to money isn't like women's attachments to money. Like they see money as their security. We see money as just like, hey, we scoring more points. We being successful in life. So we don't have an issue giving money up. Wayne, the great philosopher Wayne once told me, I never forget this because he cut me so deep. He cut me to piss. I'm glad we wasn't on video when he said this. He said, men control access to money and women control access to sex. And when he told me that,
that's a KS special.
Hey, when Wayne told me that, I'm so glad it wasn't recorded because hey, how tight I got when he said that. I was just like,
it's a fact. It's a full-blown fact.
What is MD saying? Let me rephrase my question. Young Master Kev eluded.
I'm disgusted by him.
A real gentleman.
Is 2 months an adequate time to ask for money? Hey, MD, you answer that question, is it? Because just because you've been with somebody for 2 months is not like how it used to be where people was dating for 10 and 15 years. Bro, I asked my wife to marry me in 6 months. We got together in January. I asked her to marry me in June.
So how long did you know her?
Man, there's a joke there, but I can't say it. But it's a good
2
one.
months is nothing. I knew her. Well, I mean, we knew each other since we were 14, but we hadn't seen each other. No, but we hadn't seen each other in like, what was it, like 10, 15 years?
That don't count.
Look,
so we legit just saw each other. We saw each other, and hey, we vibed.
Go ahead.
No, go ahead, Wayne.
No, I'm just saying what MD's saying. I get it. I get what he's saying, right? That's my point. That's my point. Mike had a story where somebody he was dating that he liked, she asked him for money, he gave it to him. But that's what men do. Women are not built the same. You see what I'm saying? So that's why I asked Kevin, and same thing with MD. If she liked him, then why is it a big deal after 2 months? You feel me? If she saw a future with the guy, why is it a big deal? She has the money. Again, I keep saying it because women are women. Period. And at the end of the day, and Kev alluded to it, I don't care if you make 100,000, 50,000, I don't care how much money you make. If you're not a boss to that woman, she's going to look at you. She's going to start rejecting you. She wants a boss. Women want bosses, protection, all that stuff, man. And if you come off, if you can't handle yourself and you're too vulnerable with her, she will reject you. This is why I tell men to protect themselves by what? Gaining resources, gaining information to leverage themselves in relationships. I'm sorry, you might not like it, may not sound right, but if you do not manage your resources correctly, if you don't manage yourself with knowledge and ways to get money, and you in a relationship with a woman and she has a little leverage over you, she will reject you eventually, period. That's just the game. Sorry, but that's just the game.
So basically, you're setting yourself up to be a bank account or an ATM in this case.
No. My point is this, bro, is that if I got the resources and the money over my woman, I'm in good shape. Because that's what and listen, I don't mind doing it. I don't mind taking care of my woman. I told you, I don't believe in 50-50. Okay? I don't believe in 50-50. You know what I'm saying? I don't care if you could do 60-40, do 60-40 for the man because it helps you. It makes you look better, period. Because the woman nature is not to take care of a man, period. Okay. We could fight it. We could talk all, not my woman, not my wife, whatever. At the end of the day, her nature is not to take care of you with her money. That's why Gail acted like that, because it's not in her nature to take care of a man with her money. That's her money. You ever hear the saying, her money is her money and my money is our money? You never hear women say that? That's where that saying come from. That's in the woman's book, chapter 15. Okay. My money is my money. His money is our money.
It's a good book.
You are down.
So let me ask this before. How long are we going? 2 hours or 2 hours, 30 minutes?
We about to wrap up. I've been,
But go ahead, ask your question.
I got two questions. All right, one, do you guys like me in a friendly way?
No.
Like
besides
you?
Mike. Yeah.
Of course.
Of course I like you, bro. You my
Two,
bro.
can I have $2,000?
No.
If I had 40 million, you could have it.
Exactly.
If I had 40 million, I would give you 5. It'd be like Avon Barksdale when the dude came asking for the 10,000 for the boxing thing. He said, "You can't hit for 10,000. Take 15."
You got to get a goalpost mover for a thing for Kev, bro.
Let me see which one it is.
Eat a burger or something.
Come to us and say,
wait on that.
Mike, can I get $10? That's nothing. Yeah, here you go.
6. There.
I'm gonna stay
Stop
friends with you,
moving the
Mike.
goalposts.
Yo, I
I'm gonna
just
stay
gave
friends
a
with Mike,
dude.
just so
I
you
gave
know.
a dude $15 yesterday, just because I told him to do something for $5, and he said he couldn't do it. And in my mind, if a man say he can't waste $5, he must be in dire straits. So I gave him 15.
Bro, I've given a dude at Wawa asking me for a couple dollars. I just give him $20. Men don't see money like that. It's the reason why these athletes are okay with marrying gold diggers. They know they gold diggers. They know they gonna try to take their money. But to men, we see money as the points, like we just scoring points. Whereas with the women, they see, you know what? And I'm gonna say this. And y'all women could disagree with me. And there's some good comments in the chat too. Y'all see money as y'all come up, as y'all way out. We just see it as a status symbol. That's all it is. It's just status.
Nah, people fall out over money.
I'd legit give my wife. I had an ex one time tell me that her grandfather came home and put his paycheck on the table, and her grandmother took his check and divvied it out and did whatever she wanted to do and gave him allowance. And I thought that was the silliest thing in the world until I start realizing, bro, I work 50 plus hours a week. And I legit would bring all my money here and just throw it into the house. Outside, I take out, whatever I need, and just throw it all to the house because I need to make sure that my wife and daughter is good. Like that's in a man. Here you go, MD. That's in a man's DNA.
That's what we do.
What we do. That's what men do. That's inherent in a man's nature, MD. Nature.
You should read his comment. I'm just saying.
Yeah, it's a bunch of comments.
Man, post the comments, Trev. Go. I think we got time or what? I don't know if we got time.
Yeah, like I got to get through the comments though, because we always shout out the chat. Zay wants me to do the sound bite again. I'll do it before the show's up. Limby said it's not being a bank account. If you have a good woman, it's our role to take care of her. If you are solid, she is part of your home, and as men, it's our job to take care of our home. I 100% agree with that. Michelle says, Wayne, I truly agree with you. Here go MD. So money equals control. Money doesn't have a gender. You're killing yourself, Wayne. Oh man,
MD, I'm gonna roast you so bad on that debate, bro. I'm gonna.
Hey man, I don't even talk to MD till it's Tuesday. I don't even know who that is.
Jam and shout out to Jam for coming over. I don't know how you found the channel, but thank you for coming over. Let some of your friends know about us. So in today's society, a man's income is the lion's mane. Yeah, I mean, kind of. Is almost as glorious as beard on my face.
I hate you so much.
Maria G says Kevin and Wayne's back and forth was the highlight of tonight's show. Yeah, Wayne was on one tonight.
That's why I got out the way.
And Kev liked to play the antagonist. Lim says we have all been there where our friends need help. If we can help, we do so. If that friend doesn't versus can't pay back, that's a different response. Willfully not paying back is an insult. He paid her back in 4 days. And Kev, let me show you how wicked Kev is. And I love you, Kev. I really see you as a little brother. Kev said that man should have went to a check cashing store, or he should have went and financed the furniture. So he should have went and got himself in debt for something that he could have paid back in.
But hold on. My boy texted me and he made a point. He kind of defended Kev for a little bit because he's watching the show. He said Kev is basically saying what we're saying. Well, what I'm saying is like instead of going to her, he could have went somewhere and found it somewhere else, which I agree with that because again, she changed the dynamic of the relationship because she saw him different, which is what I'm trying to say about being too vulnerable. Got to be careful with vulnerability.
But Wayne, what if it was? And I know you said it's your part A, and just invite him to the show, man. You don't have to turn his camera on. He can come. He always welcome.
Yeah,
okay. What if you didn't have? You told the story, Wayne, that when I got in a little trouble the time we double dated, you was like, hell, I should have just pulled you to the side and
you should have pulled me to the side.
But yes, I didn't know at the time. But what if?
We was all simps. We was all there. We listen, man. I ain't come from the man I am now. I ain't been like this 20, 25 years ago. Man, I was a simp, sucker, and everything else. We all been there. But once you grow, you gain some wisdom, you understand. Yeah, I always said about that night. I always say, damn, Trevor, I wish you would have came to me, pulling me to the side. I would have gave it to you. Because that just, you know what I'm saying? There's a certain frame you want to keep, man. I just believe that.
And guess what?
But I mean, you got lucky though, Trev, because you got Nene, good woman, bro. I know Nene from Dillard, man. Nene sweet. Nobody never got nothing bad to say about Nene, bro. So you hit the lottery.
That comedy show was on a Tuesday night. I would have got you right back Thursday.
Man, I wouldn't even care about that.
Yeah, but I'm saying that was the situation. He literally just got her back in 4 days. Like, think about that.
Right.
Think about that.
Thursday's the money day, boy.
Yeah.
Hold on. So Lim says we've all been there. Oh no, I saw that one. So damn, hold on. Oh, damn, these comments, man. Ricardo says financial security in a blanket is a way for the modern day woman. Absolutely. Men can't win. Hey, ladies, I was told coochie ain't free. Hey, so we men with gifts to pay. Hey, Lim says if I'm with someone who's supposed to be my girl, I should be able to go to her. Absolutely. That's how I feel. Dude pay back faster than most, and that was with his woman. If this was a week into the relationship, then go get a loan. Oh man, what is MD saying? Trev, don't dive into history of nature again. Some of the early human civilizations found female hunters and gatherers. Men were there to procreate.
And they all died out.
Oh man.
Hey, MD,
where's that civilization now? Where is that at now?
Dead.
Go ahead. All right.
Oh no, there's some in Africa.
MD, when you and Wayne gonna do this? Because
MD don't want that Wayne smoke.
Go ahead, man. Keep going on comments, man.
All right, but I caught up on the comments. So all right, fellas, let's go and wrap it up, man. Mike, go on give final thoughts. So you sure we ain't gonna let the cat out of the bag, huh?
Nah.
All right.
Nah.
All right, Mike. No, Mike been pretty quiet. So Mike, go on wrap us up, man. Go on give you
I'm gonna
put
go
a
ahead and get
bow
out
on
the way,
this.
let the two juggernauts go back at it. I apologize for being quiet on the show, but when G's are doing it, you step out the way and let G's do what they do. And whenever you see a silverback beating on a hamster, you just sit back and watch it, pull out your phone and record. So that's what I did. I don't know about you. I'm gonna go watch it back. It was hilarious. Everybody, get your money up. Jam, I'm gonna find out who you are and holler at you. Maria G, you know what it is. Always here. Zay, you know what it is. Twin, you know what it is. Bones, you halfway there. You close to joining Team Mike is right. You close. We're gonna pull you over. Trevor, your beard got dandruff, and holler at the rest of y'all. I'm out.
Oh, you out of here? No, he out of here. I just wanted him to put a bow on that. All right, Kev, go and give us your close out, man.
MD, you the king. Just so you know that. I'm gonna get you a crown one day, because that do make sense. But yeah, it was a funny show. Although man, I don't know. I gotta educate you boys. I gotta educate y'all. But yeah, good show again. Good show again. I'll definitely say you guys enjoy your Valentine's Day. Same with you, chat. And for me, I'm gonna try to enjoy it. I'm gonna try to get swallowed, or at least find a date. But all I know is I ain't got $4,000 for none of y'all.
Kev, you're not with that girl anymore?
Oof, we beefing about Valentine's Day.
The caper's woman. Oh, that's something, right?
Yeah, man. I had to let it burn. Let it burn.
Oh man.
But anyways, I'll return. See you.
You and MD got the black book of women. How is it that y'all? I don't know, man. I mean, y'all the masters of women. What's going on? All right,
I'm gonna leave you with this. Until next time.
All right. Oh man, Wayne, you got it tonight, man. You was on fire, man. Go ahead and take us home.
Hey, real quick, man, so nobody get it twisted. It's all love. Kev, the little bro, dope dude, big little homie, man. I appreciate that, Soldier. I appreciate that, Zay. I appreciate that, bro. No, it's all love though, for real, on the platform. y'all brothers, man. We do this all in the chat all week, man. So, nothing's never personal, man. Mike, my brother, Kev, my brother, Trev, my brother. It's all love. But I'm gonna keep it short, man. Kirk, appreciate you, bro, for sending me that clip. Shouts out to you, bro. Thanks for tuning in for the show. Everybody in the chat, you know what I'm saying? All the soldiers in the chat, man. Appreciate y'all. Hey, remember, at the end of the day, with men, it's all about leverage at the end of the day. Peace out. Y'all have a good night.
All right, Wayne. Oh man, well, Straight Talk Society, there you have it. Another fantastic episode of Man Talk Monday, the flagship show of the Straight Talk Society. Shout out to everybody in the chat, man. Shout out to Jam. I always love when the new women come over just so they could get a taste of what we do, so they can see, what it is that we bring forward. Because there's a perception that all we do is bash women, when that's not true at all. We love women. Love them a lot. We just like to open people's eyes to things, man. And I love how this chat is so active, so peace to everybody in the chat, man. Everybody that came through, Keela, wherever you are, hope everything is all right with you. Shout out to Wayne, shout out to Mike, shout out to young Kev. And like Wayne said, hey, we do this all day. Y'all don't see the half of it on the camera. What you see on the camera is a toned down version. We on our chats, because I get a chat for every group that we do a show on, and we're in the chats. We get in arguments. So it never makes it here. So if we did like a blooper reel and you can see what really goes on behind the scenes, it's all good, man. But I hope we shed some light on this. We weren't naturally not going to be able to touch everything. We may even have to come back on this, but definitely next week I do want to touch on a video. I think Ricardo sent it to me, where women were basically looking for their way out while they were currently in a relationship. I mean, it was crazy. So we'll definitely touch on that next week, man. Shout out to Kirk for sending Wayne this. Hey, man, shout out to all the new viewers that we get, man. I noticed on Man Talk Monday, the numbers have really, really been going up. Hey, and I do appreciate everybody for going and checking out Tape Fist Politics. The Tape Fist Politics is the best political show on YouTube every Tuesday night at 6:05. I'm still waiting for somebody to show me a better show. They can't, because it doesn't exist. Station note, there will be no Wrestling with Reality this Wednesday because it's Valentine's Day. I got to do that lovers thing. You know how it go. Gotta be the lover. You know what I mean? Gotta be a lover. Show the missus why she married. Oh man, shout out to all the lovers in the building, man. But we do have not a debate. We have a presentation this Thursday from Reginald Young. So be sure to tune into that. Hey, Straight Talk Society is where it's at, man. Make sure to hit that like, share, and subscribe button. And if you feel like it, go and click that link and join the membership, the channel membership for $1.99. You are supporting the channel, helping with some of these production costs, because as you can see, a lot of production goes into these shows. So your $1.99 contribution goes a long way, helping with the upkeep and the production and all the content that we pump out. So, hey, with all that being said, I leave you with these words. Oh, I almost forgot. Let me go ahead and hit that.
Swallowed up. Have you ever been swallowed up? Have you gone through a time of swallowing?
Hopefully, never mind. I was going to say something. Never mind. I got to hear the full sermon. I got to hear what led him to say that. Somebody played a clip from it earlier, and he was talking about like coming out of the closet and things like that. I don't know, man. That guy, his mannerisms are too feminine, and now he's saying with everything that's coming out about him, for him to say something like that, it's just whatever, just ridiculous. But yeah, man, peace to everybody, man. Y'all make sure and hit that like, share, and subscribe button. We will be back. What is Trevor? You know damn why and his innuendos. Yeah, he's a weird one, man. Yeah, but that soundbite gonna live on forever. So y'all please make sure and hit that like, share, and subscribe button. We will be back with you next Monday for the flagship show of the Straight Talk Society, Man Talk Monday. Be sure to check out Tate Fist Politics tomorrow with Venkat, Mike, Ricardo, and MD, the political prophet. Now I'm gone. As always, though, I leave you with these words. Always seek out the truth for yourself, because if not, you'll fall victim to other people's interpretations of them. Until tomorrow night, peace.
Why are you so aggressive, black man? I'm like, it's a no-win.
Always aggressive black man.
What's up, man?
Wayne.
Mike.
Oh, okay. Hey, man, cut the sexiness out, man. Ain't no women on the panel. Man, we on here talking all sexy.
He just goes off. He just went off on you like that, just for no reason.
Yeah, man.